Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I am Deirdre with Soul Enhancements, and very soon Sean will be back on camera and joining us. I thank you, and I appreciate so much that you are here with us today. We are here today for the Confident Psychic Clarity Edition. And today is going to be quite different than what those of you who joined us last time experienced. So I hope you enjoyed it last time, and I hope you enjoy it this time. Last time, we covered a lot of material very quickly, but we covered it with a lot of breadth and very little depth. We went over all of the pillars. We went over clarity. We went over connection. This time, we are simply going to stay focused on one pillar, and that is the clarity pillar, the very first pillar of the Soul Enhancements pathway. This is where we begin our journey into our psychic connection. You know, people often think that a psychic connection is something that only a special few have. The psychic ability is something as normal as the ability to read a book or walk down the street. Every baby is born with these abilities. They are made taboo in our society. People talk about intuition. Intuition is the exact same thing as your psychic abilities. It's a more acceptable word. As you train your intuition and your psychic abilities, they grow just like someone who wants to run.
That's creamer, yeah.
Amber, would you please put yourself on mute?
Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm really sorry.
No problem. So if you want to be a runner, when you begin, you are not going to be the fastest on the track.
My phone is messing up.
You are going to be struggling. You're going to be at the beginning. As you practice, you get better and better and better. The exact same thing is true of psychic abilities. As you work them, as you practice, your muscles get stronger. When I first started working with Sean some 23 years ago, when he was about 7 years old, and we figured out that, yes, he might be autistic, but what that really meant was that he was connected to the angels and guides. And it did not mean that he needed medicine. It just meant that he was a very connected kid with a lot of special abilities. And
working together in a different way.
Yeah, Mom had to be willing to train her gifts as well. So Mom went into training to start learning about her gifts. Sean's gifts came on full blown. He just came out connected. Well, I had turned mine off. And many of us do because we don't understand, and there is no one to teach us and no one to explain. This taboo is so strong, it comes through even without anybody necessarily saying a word to us. So one of my jobs here is to start to negate that taboo and to allow people to embrace their innate abilities. So this week, we are going to look at our chakra system. We are going to dive into our aura, and we are going to embrace our own energy. We will do that today, tomorrow, and Thursday. We had planned on 8/8 to give everybody readings. I think we will probably still do that.
I did.
I know you did it. We will probably still do that for everybody is here on Friday, as well as just see what feels right and questions and answers. Friday will be a day where we will play, we'll explore, and we will enjoy our time together. So today is, let's go to the right page and not look at the papers. There we go. So you may or may not have your book. I do want to remind everybody you have the option of joining us for VIP. It's $33. You'll get 30 extra minutes each day with Sean and I. That is focused very much on you. It's very small group. If that feels aligned, the link is in your book. And you can also just ask Sean and he can get you that link. And I tell you, that really small group of people in the VIP is an amazing time together. So, energetic clarity and tuning in. Yes, I do use notes because I don't want to miss anything. So you will see me turning my head to look at my notes. Energetic clarity refers to the ability to be tuned in to what we're feeling. You know, we go through our life. So much of the time we are ignoring our feelings. Our feelings get in the way. But our feelings are a very, very important feedback system. It doesn't mean we don't do what needs to be done because it feels hard. Or because we're scared. A lot of times the most important things in the world are those that feel scary as all get out. Because it's stepping off that cliff that takes us into the magical realms. Not when we have no idea whether or not there's anything there to step onto, but when we have every reason to believe that our team is there to hold us. One of my favorite scenes in a movie is Raiders of the Lost Ark, and he's there and the clue tells him that he's got to step off and you could see nothing. But as soon as he takes that step, the path appears. And he has the clue and everything to let him know that trust is what counts. And once, remember, we're in the clarity piece. And I'm telling you that our feelings are part of clarity. Now, connection is the next piece. And that's where our angels and guides come in to give us the data to get some of that extra information so that we have the information on which to make the decision. No single piece is enough. We need all of it. But the feelings, the feedback is super important. You know, I give you a lot of information in your workbook. I write a lot. I give you room for a lot of notes. I learn by writing. Whether I'm writing physically or whether I'm typing, for me, I process as I write. Whether you do or not, you learn in your way. But that's why you have so much room for taking notes. So one of the things, once you get into the connection piece that I will get into heavily, is it's so important to know where you're getting your data from. Because you don't want to just receive data from anywhere. You always need to know that what you're getting is good. Just like in science, you're not going to take your scientific data from somewhere that you don't know that it's good data. When you're dealing with your team or those you take onto your team, you want to make sure you're making good decisions. And clarity is so important in those decisions. So keeping your system clear and cleansed is really important to process that information. You know, you want to make decisions that are for your highest good. And so often we are getting so much information coming in at us. And one of the kindest things you can do for yourself is to limit the amount of data coming in. In today's world, there is so much information. If you allow yourself to be bombarded by all the craziness, you are not doing yourself a favor. You really need to be highly specific as to what you allow into your space. You are sovereign. This is your domain. You own it. Nobody has a right into your space without your permission. This is your sovereign domain. You can protect it, as I do with crystals, but you also protect it. You know, there's a mute button, there's a block button on your phone. I don't need to accept people onto the Zoom that are not people that I want to have, and there were people that I refused. If they're not people that are here for the highest good of all the rest of my clients and me, I do not need to accept them into my world. I have that right, and so do you. And if there is someone, whether it be an ex, whether it be a child, whether it be a friend, whether it be a neighbor, that is not serving your highest good. You have the right to not have them in your immediate vicinity, and to decide just how much access they have to you. There were many, many, many years where my father had minimum access to me. It was in my best interest. So, and cleansing yourself when you do decide to bring in someone who has a less than positive effect is necessary. And we will be doing some cleanses as we go through today. We'll be
Yes, we will
cleansing
be
our
trying to
chakras, we'll be
teach you
cleansing our aura.
basic cleansing.
Yeah, basic cleansing. And we'll be doing a really nice meditation as we get to the end. So tuning in refers to our ability to know that we have an inner guidance system and to understand the messages that are being received. Depending on where you are in your journey, that inner guidance system may be easy to access, or it may be as simple as a bad feeling in your gut. You may get turn left at the next corner, or you may get in your gut. As you go on your journey, it gets more specific. But wherever you are and whatever you get, listen to it. Whether it is as specific as turn left at the next corner, or don't get on the airplane, that's great. But if it's a churning in your gut, that also tells you that something is off and that you need to go a different direction. And either way, listen to it. You can call it intuition, or you can call it psychic abilities. One is simply the person has been stretching that muscle and working with it. So today is chakras. And really, as you go through this book, you're going to see it. I've got the really standard stuff that you can find anywhere on the internet for you here. The root chakra, the color is red. The element is earth. It's located, most people will tell you that it's located at the tailbone. Sean and I tend to think of it as at the bottom of the feet. And when I am aligning your chakras, I do it at the feet, not at the tailbone. It's associated with grounding, stability. When it's blocked, you feel unstable, ungrounded. Your ambition is really low. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to go anywhere. You're fearful. You don't have much purpose. You're insecure. When your root chakra is stable, you feel balanced. You feel stable. You're strong. You'll be energetic. The mantra is, I am. And you know, this has been a really strong mantra that you hear everywhere recently. And the name for it is, and you will hear me absolutely mess these up badly, the Muladhara chakra. So, and I'm going to do the crystal separate because the crystals are special for me. The sacral chakra, the color is orange, the element is water. The location is about 2 inches below the navel. It's associated with passion, creativity, the emotions. If it's blocked, someone might be emotionally explosive, irritable, again, lacking energy, creativity. Someone could be very manipulative with a blocked sacral. You will find some of these. I'm going to ask you guys, do you want me to spend a lot of time going over these, or do you just want to read them?
I would like you to go over them. I
Okay,
was wondering if you were on a page or something, or
I am on page, these aren't, it's day 1 of the chakras, and it's the first page that says day 1 of the chakras.
Yeah, I agree with Neva.
Okay,
This is incredibly, like, super helpful. Some of the things you've already said are like doing some good stuff. So just thank you, Deirdre.
okay,
Can I say something really fast?
yeah,
So I want to give you a big thank you. Because of you teaching me how to call in my team, I'm safe. So where I live, we are in the midst of a record-breaking sort of state of emergency with flooding. So part of our city is still kind of underwater, and many surrounding areas, and so on and so forth. Our house has no damage. We did not have water seep into our basement. We are fine. I specifically have been calling in my team, thanks to Deirdre teaching me how, and ask for protection in the morning and at night. It works. It's not fake. End of story. Thank you, Deirdre.
no, it's not fake. It is real. So, the sacral. And I will tell you, when we talk about emotionally explosive, my father had a blocked sacral. Very emotionally explosive. Irritable. He did not lack energy. He was extremely creative and manipulative and sexually obsessed. When it's vibrant, when it's balanced, people will be vibrant, happy, positive, satisfied, compassionate, and intuitive. The mantra is VAM and Spadhisthana chakra. And as I say, I'm going to absolutely mess up the,
Fancy names.
yes. So the solar plexus chakra, you know, the solar plexus is the seat of your power. Its color is yellow. The element is fire. It's located at the solar plexus, about 1 inch above your navel. It's associated with your personal power and manifestation. So guess what? When it is blocked, you will have problems with manifestation. If you are constantly finding yourself unable to create the abundance that you crave, look at your personal power. Physically, you will look at digestive issues, liver issues, possibly diabetes. On the emotional level, depression, low self-esteem, anger, perfectionism. When it is balanced, you'll have more energy, confidence, be more productive and focused. The mantra is Ram, it's the Manipura chakra. Heart chakra. The color is green. The element is air. The location, center of your chest. It's associated with our ability to love ourselves and others. Remember, love starts at the self. And I have seen a lot of people lately saying that you don't have to love yourself to love others. I will leave that with them. It's associated with our ability to love ourselves and others. When it's blocked, you have emotional issues, anger, lack of trust, anxiety, jealousy, fear, moodiness. When it is balanced, you're compassionate, caring, optimistic, friendly, and motivated. Watch people who are leaving abusive relationships until they work through finding the value of themselves. They will continue to move from one abusive relationship to another. The really important thing they need to find is their inner value, because they have to matter to themselves before they will find a person who is going to treat them as if they matter. My relationship with Sean's father, Terry, was one of mutual abuse. We did not treat each other well, and we both had a lot of growing and learning to do. And during the time I left that relationship and I moved from relationship to relationship, until the time I stopped and I took the time to work on me and to turn me into a person who was able to be a person worth loving for myself and for others. There was no way I could have a relationship that was mutually loving and giving. I had to become the person that was worthy of love. And I had to do that work for myself. At this point, Sean's father, Terry, lives here with us, and we are like brother and sister. So my husband is here, who I love dearly, and Terry is here. And I can also love him dearly in a very different way. Self-love is so important to learning and growing. So the throat chakra, this is our truth, being able to say who you are, what matters in your world. The color is blue, the element is space. Think about that, your throat. The element is space. It's at the base of the throat. It's associated with speaking your truth, singing, acting, inspiration. When it's blocked, you'll find that people are timid. Quietness, weakness, closed throat. It's one of the things that the most of my clients come to me with is a closed throat, an inability to voice their truth, to speak who they are with pride. And not everybody by any means, but it is a fairly common thread. When it is balanced, creativity comes forward, positive self-expression, constructive communication. The mantra is Ham, and it's the Vishuddha chakra. We always hear about the third eye chakra. And it does not have an element associated with it. It's in the center of the forehead between the eyebrows. It's associated with our angels, our guides, and our intuition. You know, we always think about this as being how we see without our eyes. It does have a part of it. There's also a brow chakra. There's a whole large triangle here. The pituitary, the pineal, and the one that I always forget the name of. They all play a role in there. When it is blocked, someone will be non-assertive, afraid of success, egotistical, often have headaches, blurry vision, eye strain. So a blockage here can have an effect here. When it's balanced, you'll be vibrant, confident, one's own master, free of material attachments. The mantra is Om, and it's the Ajna chakra. So the crown chakra, the color is violet white. It also does not have an element. It's located at the crown. It's associated with our point of connection, spirituality, enlightenment, cosmic consciousness. When it is blocked, we will feel constantly frustrated, melancholy, often self-destructive. When it's balanced, we have spiritual understanding, inner peace, clear world perspective. This is our point of connection. This is where we connect with our team. This is the one you will often hear me tell you. When a lot of people go around with their crown wide open. And we will talk about this on our third day. Because I'm often telling people, don't be too wide open. It doesn't serve you to be too open. The mantra is Om, and it's the Sahasrara chakra. And I'm sorry for mutilating the names. But that is, now this is information that is in your workbook. And this is information you can find anywhere on the internet. I put it together for you, made it very succinct, very easy. You don't have to go to a lot of websites for it. So for those of you that want crystals to support you, if you think about what resonated, where you feel blocked, where you feel like you're doing good, you may want support. If you think about where you feel like you might need that you're blocked and you want support to help clear it. Chakra crystals for the root chakra. One of my favorites is garnet. Red jasper is amazing. Some of these are more expensive. Some of them are really inexpensive, like red garnet is super inexpensive. Guys, I have all of these. All of my crystals are ethically sourced, which means that Mama Gaia is taken care of. The people that mine them are taken care of. If they're in bead form, the people who form the beads get paid a decent wage. Everything I do is ethically sourced. So the energy in it is amazing. Anybody here who's bought from me will attest to it. I see my work on several people. But you can get them a whole lot of places other than me. And there are other places that I do encourage you to buy ethically sourced stuff. It has way better energy and you take care of our planet, as well as taking care of the people that work on the crystals. So some of these, as I say, are less expensive, some are more. For the root chakra, and there are more. These are just a few possibilities. I really love garnet. Red jasper. Obsidian is all about honesty. And everybody that comes into your area is encouraged by that stone to present themselves truthfully. Black tourmaline is the warrior crystal. It will protect you. The sacral chakra crystals are carnelian. Oh, here's black tourmaline. I have some of these. I don't have all of them, but I have a few here in front of me. So sacral chakra crystals. Here's carnelian. There's orange calcite. There's mahogany obsidian. Again, it still has that truthfulness. Oh, I have fire opal. You know, anything opal. I just love. It has that magic to it. Your solar plexus chakra. Your citrine. I've got a piece of that here somewhere. There it is. Citrine has that beautiful golden hue. Citrine is about abundance. Be careful with citrine. If you have a tendency to focus on the negative, citrine will bring in what you are focusing on. So if you focus on the negative, you will bring in a whole lot of what you're focusing on. So citrine is one you need to be careful with. You need to be able to focus on what you want, not on what you don't want. Tiger eye. Tiger eye is an amazing crystal. It takes care of your body. This is tiger eye. For a while, I was taking in a lot of attack. And because they were having trouble reaching me on the spiritual level, they started attacking me on a physical level. So I started wearing tiger eye. Moonstone. Especially for us females, moonstone really relates beautifully. It's also important for men because men have as much of a divine feminine side that is so important for them to reach. They're divine masculine. And those who have been to Sean's Divine Masculine know how important that is. It's also important. But we all have both in us. Heart chakra, rose quartz. I didn't actually put out crystals for this, so I'm just kind of seeing what happens to be littered around on my desk. Malachite. Moldavite. We're always wearing moldavite, not today. Ruby, emerald, rhodochrosite. So as I say, some of these are expensive, some of these are very inexpensive. Throat chakra. One of my favorite is blue kyanite. And blue kyanite helps you to speak your truth in a way that draws people toward you. That is one of my absolute favorite of the throat chakra crystals. Fluorite. This guy's one of my favorite. So fluorite is also a throat chakra crystal. Labradorite, and labradorite, of course, is a crystal of magic also, as it changes colors. And sodalite. So a lot of your throat chakra crystals are going to be in the blues. And there is a piece of sodalite. And third eye crystals are your amethyst, your lapis, which I don't have here, your lepidolite. Actually, I think this is charoite, which is also a third eye crystal, and tanzanite, and then your crown chakra crystals. You have your opalite, your selenite. Now, this is clear quartz. This is actually oh, Sean, the one with all the lines on it. Cynthia.
Archer, no,
Lemurian.
Lemurian.
Yeah. So that's a basic overview of your 7 chakras. And boy, I'm going to be really pushing because I'm still on. Oh, wait, no, I'm good. I've still got time. Good. I'm doing good. I've still got time for the finish. I've got my next part is beyond the 7 chakras. And then we're going to have our meditation. We're going to be short on our question and answer, but that's okay. Okay, so you have.
Well, I did ask you to expand more on the stuff, so that did it.
Yep. So should I take a brief time here for questions? Let's make it really brief, like 5 minutes. Anybody got questions? We're good? Okay. So this is the part of chakras that I love. And it's beyond the 7 core chakra crystals. We hear about these 7 core chakra crystals all the time, everywhere. This is what you get, and you can just look online. You can get chakra crystals, you can get this basic chakra information. You might have to go on a bit of a hunt, but you can get it. This part, some of this is downloaded to me directly. You're definitely not going to find this presented this way. Maybe you will, but I haven't. You have energy centers all through your body. We don't know how many. Nobody has actually, I've heard 246, I've heard thousands of chakras throughout your body. Everywhere there is a joint, there is a chakra. You have cheek chakras. You have chakras at your eyebrows. You have chakras all around your hairline. You have chakras at your ears. You have chakras in different places of your throat. I mean, there's your main throat chakra, but you've got others. You've got chakras in your elbow, chakras at your wrists. There's main chakras in your palms. You know how everybody talks about Reiki and how you direct energy through the palms of your hands? You've got chakras, so many chakras in your feet. There's chakras in your fingers. At the tips of each finger, the soles of your feet, the back of your heart, the front of your heart. It's a full body lattice, and it's alive, constantly giving you feedback, giving and receiving. And it is awake when you get ready to start to receive the data that it is receiving, giving, sending. You know, the yoga that I do with Suzanne really taps into this because we are working with our bodies. And we are really paying attention so often as we bend and we move and we work with our bodies, stretching them, moving them. We are really feeling into this entire lattice of energy because we're not only working with the physical, we are also working with the energetic. So as you gently awaken this to support your clarity, knowing this, your body is a living temple of awareness, not just something you manage or you fix, but something you can listen to for guidance. You can think of it as a lattice of light with hundreds or even thousands of smaller chakras and energetic intersections throughout your body. They all carry their own frequency and intuitive function. So you want to attune this system. So when you attune this wider system, you turn your whole body on as a sacred listening system, not just 7 stations or 9 stations if you include the Earth Star and the Soul Star chakra. Knowing this allows you to start treating your whole body like the sensitive, intuitive instrument it is. We're not just connecting through our third eye and our crown. We're connecting through this whole system. And the chakras connect with the aura because they don't end at the flesh. So what I'd like to do is start with my meditation, and then I want to take that and expand it into, first I want to do the cleanse of the meditation, and then I want to expand that into starting to feel into this larger lattice. How does that sound to you guys? So I want everybody to close your eyes, touch your heart. And breathe in. And release. And we're going to just start by releasing the frustration of the last 10 minutes or so. Breathe in and release. Now I want you to feel a feeling because you choose to do so. gratitude for anyone or anything. And I am so grateful for those of you that have joined us here today. It is so amazing to get to spend time with you here today. And I want you to begin to feel your body. To just allow yourself to feel this human vessel that you chose to incarnate in. Whether it be male or female, whether it be small and dainty and thin or large, whether it be healthy or otherwise. Feel this body and be grateful that it houses your spirit. There is only one you. There is only one being that has the qualities that you bring in to this world, or any world, anywhere, when. You are completely and totally unique. I want you to start by remembering that what you imagine is real. One very amazing individual I know who lives with a few challenges told me that science is expensive, but the imagination is free. And that once she realized that the imagination is real, she has had the key to her own healing and to creating everything she needs in her life. So I want you to start with imagining a beautiful rainbow. That goes over all of you. And from the center of that rainbow cascades down the most amazing waterfall. And that waterfall flows with the most amazing water. And we are going to start to cleanse our chakras from the top down today, because it does no good to send water down to the bottom. We might as well cleanse from the top and let the water go down through clean chakras as we go. So we're going to start with sending in clear, crystal clear water, tinged with the essence of diamonds, white sapphires, and we're going to let that water come down into our crown and swish and sway around in our crown, cleansing and clearing out anything that doesn't belong in there. Let it get out any cobwebs, any muck, any dirt, any unwanted thoughts, anything that's mucking up the works there in your crown. Are there any unwanted visitors in there? Let them be picked up by the water and pushed on through. Let them go down through the Shoshuna channel and out, down, all the way down and out. Down, out between your legs. Let it just swoosh down into Mother Earth, because she is more than willing and capable of cleansing. Michael, Gabriel, Azrael, a number of the archangels have stepped forward today to offer to help her, so that she doesn't have to do the work alone. When you are ready, let the second stream of violet amethyst infused water flow down, beautiful shades of purple flowing down into your third eye, where this rainbow above you is sending down this beautiful water to cleanse and clear your third eye chakra. It is dancing, picking up anything there in the third eye that doesn't belong, swishing like a washing machine. Installing that angelic energy that your third eye needs and uses. Running around all those other small little chakras that are there in your head. Cleansing all of them. You can feel the tickles in your cheeks, in your ears, as the water moves oh so gently within your head. Cleansing, cleaning. And when it is time, when it is ready, this no longer quite so clean violet colored water moves down the Shoshuna channel and out into Mother Earth, where she, along with the archangels, go ahead and cleanses anything that you did not need. And now, this water, beautiful blue hues, blue kyanite, blue lace agate. You can feel their essence in the water as it comes down through your scalp and into your throat chakra. And you can feel the notes and the songs that are left over that were never quite sung. The speeches that you never gave, the words that you never said, the truths that you were afraid to speak. Get gathered together. Those that need to be said are filed away and put back in place. And those that no longer have meaning It's time for them to simply be released and let go. And all those words that were said to you that you have been hanging on to, all those hurts, all the times that someone was rude, we're letting the water pick that up and take that away. Let it go, release it. You don't need it anymore. And when you feel fully cleared and ready, let that dirty blue water flow on through and out to be cleansed and cleared, and move back up through the system as we get ready for an influx of beautiful emerald green infused with malachite. As it comes down through our crown into our heart chakra, where all those old wounds are ready to be cleansed away, released, let go. It's time for our heart chakra to feel light, to be open. You are deserving of love. You do know how to love. Allow a heart to form in your heart. And fill it with bubbles. And let those bubbles scrub away anything that isn't serving you. There are cobwebs in here too. You don't need them anymore. Let the sudsy green water find them, release them, and wash them away. And let them flow down into Mother Earth. She is glad to have the angels with her for this one. And now the bright yellow water powered by the sun comes down into the solar plexus. A gentle sun, ready to burn out anything that is not serving you with no damage. This is a fiercely directed heat. You are safe. Only that which does not serve you is affected. And I am told that if you have a dream to picture it now. Because this sun has the power to activate that which in you which can create miracles. See it, feel it, as the sun washes away. Sunny water, that's such a strange concept. The sunny water washes away that which is not serving you and activates that which is your strongest desire. Which is not serving you, flow out. And allow the orange water of the sacral chakra to flow in and flow down. And this water comes in and begins to search out those things that are in the way of your passions, those things that are standing in the way of your creativity, that which is standing in the way of your dreams. Because the sacral chakra is the power behind your dreams. And this orange water is seeking and searching out anything that is standing in the way. And it is cleansing and washing and clearing. Because your dreams want to be seen, they want to be heard. And as this water cleanses, there is a part of it that is also activating. And it flows out as we get ready for the root chakra, the bright red water that is coming in to clear that which is standing in the way of your stability, that is standing in the way of your grounding, of your firm foundation. There are so many cobwebs here. So many would-haves, could-haves, should-haves. Know that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. And let this bright red water turn dingy as it clears those away. And allow the rainbow to send down a full rainbow of gentle trickles that are going to go all through your body. Allow it to come down through your skull and little rivulets to run down through your arms and your legs, to run down into your chest, down through every capillary and every nook and cranny of your body. The exact colors will go into the exact right place. And as the water disperses throughout your body, visualize its path and feel your body awakening. Feel yourself coming alive as each and every chakra comes online. As you awaken and become a conduit for energy, you are an awakened, alive being. You are a human, psychic, very special psychic being who is attuned to the universe. And each and every point of your body is keyed in to a separate atom that is connected to a separate space. In the cosmos. Allow yourself to feel that connection. Now allow yourself to slowly start reconnecting with your body. slowly start feeling your fingers and your toes. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Start to come more fully back into your body. And when you are fully ready, go ahead and open your eyes.
You were definitely meant to do it live, D. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's why it didn't work, because that was fully channeled. I'm going to have to listen to it.
Well, it sounded amazing, Mom.
Most definitely.
You're a great channel.
I love how you started it off. Science is expensive. Imagination is free. Oh, that was a good way to open it.
Thank you. So, at this point, I am going to see if anybody has any comments and take any input. And beyond that, I will say if there's nothing, I will let you guys have your 15 minutes back, and I will see those that are in the VIP in 15 minutes. Well, thereabouts. So if there's any comments, I'm more than happy to take
Any
them.
questions, please, guys? Actually, give us questions.
I actually do have a question.
Okay.
Namaste, that was beautiful. Thank you so much for that amazing chakra clearing. Sorry for the echo here.
It's something on our end.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
wondering about that. I got it
When
too.
Mom was setting up her, trying to get the thing to work, she accidentally created an echo, and I don't know how to get rid of it.
I think I just got rid of it.
Okay, great. So my question is, I really don't know much about crystals. Could you maybe talk about the history of them a little bit, what they mean and how they relate to chakras?
Each crystal, each metal, each element has its own energy. And just like each chakra has its own energies, the energies of certain crystals correlate to the energies of certain chakras. So where the energies correlate, they have been put together. So not everybody is going to agree on what crystals go with what chakras, but there is a general agreement. Basically, the heavier chakras are going to go with the root chakra. Since the root chakra is red, most of the time a red crystal is going to go with the root chakra. The one, I think, exception to that is ruby, because rubies have such an energy of love. So ruby is associated with the heart chakra. Heart chakra, you would think would be a red, but heart is a green. energy,
Because,
but we also put all the pink crystals with the heart because they have that very loving energy. So really a lot of it has to do with how crystals make people feel. Not everybody feels the energy of crystals. Some people do, some people don't. And you may, or you may not. Almost everybody does receive an effect from crystals. Whether you feel them or not, you will have an effect from them. Does that help? It's not
Yeah,
for
so we wear them, we meditate on them, we connect with the energy, is what you're saying.
exactly.
you can do literally anything to connect with the crystal.
I like to wear them, obviously. I also have them littered all over my desk. I have them all over my bedroom. I literally have two that I sleep with. My husband has to put up with crystals in his bed.
Now, talking about beds, there's certain crystals you don't want to sleep next to, correct?
Right, because certain crystals, like clear quartz, is an energizer. So trying to sleep with clear quartz is, for a lot of people, is going to keep you awake. If you have a kid that has nightmares, black onyx is a crystal that is likely going to help them to not have nightmares. When little Diana, the gal that we have the write-up on our website, and she's the one who started our business, when she had horrific night terrors, we gridded her bed with black onyx. And her parents finally got to sleep. Because she is extremely sensitive to the energy of crystals. And thank God, because we still have Diana. And they were able to stave away the monster under the bed for her. And there, as I say, there are certain crystals, like moldavite for me is a crystal that I always want. You will never see me without moldavite at my desk. It's either on me or there is a piece that is here. There is always moldavite. Yes, amethyst is a really good crystal for sleeping. The crystal I sleep with is Yiming Zhao. My little eggy. You have one of these, don't you, Raphael?
Yes, I do. The dragon's egg.
Yeah. And I no longer, what I have of these is all I can get. I no longer have a source for legitimate Yiming Zhao. And my source no longer has a source for legitimate Yiming Zhao.
Now, D, I can go buy a crystal at a crystal store. Very good, right? Very good. I got my crystal at a crystal store. But what you and Sean do, you align these crystals to my energy, correct?
Well, yeah, all of ours are ethically sourced. And then Sean has this amazing ability to open the energy channels within the crystals in a way that I don't know if there's anybody else on earth that can do it. Instead of energy dripping, most of the time energy in crystals drips like a faucet that the washers don't quite work. And I kind of almost have to tell the story of Diana to tell about this. So Diana was a little girl in my classroom. And I loved, well, actually her brother was in my classroom. And Diana has Noonan syndrome, chronic vomiting, cyclic vomiting, rheumatoid arthritis. And her little brother, her big brother, was getting in trouble all the time. And a couple of years, and I got to know the family really well. A couple of years later, Mom comes into my classroom in tears. Diana was in the hospital again, and the doctors had given up. They told them that there was no more they could do, and at this point, Diana was 7. And they told them there was no more they could do and to just prepare themselves. And so I came home to Sean and I said, Sean, and he said, but you know, Mom, we send her energy and it just bounces back. And I said, read her blueprint. Is there, you know, what can we, is it in her blueprint that she came in to die as a child? And he said, no, Mom, it's not. So anyhow, the angels told him that if we put the energy into crystals, Diana would accept it. So we found a little rose quartz and I took it into my Catholic mom and said, if you give this crystal to your, the angels kissed this crystal, and if you give it to your daughter, she's going to be, we'll see what happens. Following week, Mom comes in tears again. Diana didn't go to the hospital this week. Diana is in 11th grade now. Anyhow, we have enhanced a shit ton of crystals. Rebecca's wearing a couple that we've done this to. Raphael has a whole bunch. Cynthia has a lot. Melody has several. And Sean's wearing some. I'm wearing a few. And then so they all go on our sacred altars. There, if you go on our website, you can see this whole story. And then we align them to your energy matrix. So instead of energy dripping from them, it pours from them like you've turned on the faucet. Rebecca, that's why our crystals feel different. I don't know if you ever read it. It was in that paperwork I sent you. Mm-hmm. We align them to your energy matrix. So they feel like they were made for you. Because in a way they were. Normally crystals are aligned to Mama Gaia. They're hers. They belong to her. We do ask if you ever give the crystals that you buy from us to someone else, that you let us know. We, for free, change the alignment on them because our crystals are so strong that they will try to change the alignment of the person that you give them to match your energy matrix. So we, for free, change that alignment because it's best for everybody. And it's a simple energetic. So thank you, Raphael.
I got one more question that's very important. Now that I have my crystal, I gotta cleanse this crystal every what?
Well,
Depends on how active spiritually it is.
yeah, it depends on what type of crystal it is and if it's a necklace and you're wearing it daily, if you're going through a normal time, about once a month will do. If you are going through, like what I just did in the dark retreat, those 4 days, it got cleansed before and after. Because they take on so much energy from you that we use the highest quality threading wire that you can get, and they will break under the stress if they don't get cleansed. And I don't think you can see it here, but you will see black line. Yeah, you can. You can see the black lines on this. This is one that broke. And this was one that got cleansed very regularly. But the wire just takes on, the beads take on so much of the energy that they break. So they need cleansing a lot more often than normal. You know, Raphael, because you broke more than one or two.
Yes.
And we restring things 3 times for free because we know people aren't used to needing to do that.
But after the 3rd time, it's on you.
And you do need to pay to ship them to us.
Yeah, we do
cover
not pay
shipping.
for that.
We pay for the, we cover doing the work, but you do have to get them to us. So, and I am the best at figuring out exactly what you need. So if you ever want to order a piece from me, you tell me what you want it to do, but don't tell me you want it in pink and purple. Tell me what it is you want it for, and I will create it. But I am not good about creating to color palettes, because your team will get together with my team and they will pick the stones, not me. So I hope to see some of you in the VIP.
You all tomorrow.